I'm like this half the set, so this thing goes in my mouth all the time. That's actually not that bad. This used to be worse. I actually built this cab myself, just some birch plywood here. What's up, Gear Masters? I'm Jason. I'm in a band called Hunny. That's H-U-N-N-Y. We got a new record out. It's called Spirit. Out today. We're celebrating here in Chicago. We're on tour with Cartel for their 20th anniversary of Chroma. My TV is hiding their kick drum, but it's an XX back there. Yeah, we're here at the House of Blues in Chicago. Great place, and ready to look at some gear. So this is my, I guess it's called a Daisy, really. This is a one-off custom from Nelson Guitar Works. My boy Bruce Nelson out in the valley back at home. He builds all of my guitars. So this one is like a Bronco body. It's got like a Strat style ebony neck on there. I've got the vintage tuners. This one is different from the rest because some kid was stage diving at one of our shows a few years ago and his shirt got caught on it and ripped my last one off. Bruce didn't have any white ones. So it matches my tooth actually, so it's kind of nice. I've got a single Lawler P90 in here, mastery, bridge, and vibrato setup, and this thing, like, I beat the hell out of these things. So yeah, Bruce Nelson, Nelson Guitar Works, makes awesome stuff. Serial number is my birthday right there. And yeah, this one I've had since 2015, so it's seen some shit. Strings, we are running a brand new pair of regular Slinkies, Ernie Ball 1046. Yeah, I do Ernie Ball strings, Ernie Ball cables, Ernie Ball power. We love Ernie Ball. Thank you, Ernie Ball. I mean, I guess it is kind of a bit of a weird setup. I do this to pretty much all of my guitars where I usually love just a bridge pickup. Bruce convinced me on my other guitar on the SG to put a neck pickup in. I use it sometimes, I use it in the studio, but pretty much never live. So I always just do one bridge pickup and I just like ride the volume. Not too much for like tone or anything like that. I have like a 3 kind of gain stage thing. We'll talk about that, I guess. But I'm pretty much just riding this thing like on and off. I don't do too much like Stevie Ray Vaughan type of, I don't have my pinky on the thing or anything like that while I'm playing. But yeah, it's just kind of maybe like a force of habit where I'm like, boom, verse comes in, I'm out. But yeah, I ride the volume just like that, but not for like any tone really. And yeah, that's this one. All right, this one's another Nelson Guitar Works. Bruce, it took me a few years to convince him. He usually does only like Fender style stuff. He builds like amazing Strats. We have lots of friends who've gotten lots of Strats. They're perfect. He builds nice tellies and stuff too. But I like the weird shit. So it took me a really long time to get him to make me an SG. So this one also has the slanted Lawler P90. This one is like a mini humbucker. This one's in Firebirds a lot usually. This one sounds great. I never use the neck pickup live, but oh, my tuner's on. Like, come on. They sound really nice together, but live I'm always on the bridge. Yeah, we've got the vibrato. This one's not mastery, I don't think. This was a new, God, I wish I could remember the name of this guy. It's some dude who makes like he makes like custom fabricated pieces for like cars, like supercars or something like that. And Bruce found him, but this thing's bitchin' too. Mastery bridge though. And then This one also, of course, gets Ernie balls. I run the same gauge, the regular Slinky on these ones. I do the same thing where I'm always riding the volume on here. I kind of switch off between them every night, but they're both, everything's in standard. But what I do a lot, actually, is capos. There's capos on like half the freaking set. So now that we're just one guitar, I have to fill out a lot more space live. So there's capos, so that I had to create new guitar parts for a lot of our songs to kind of just be open and I can fill up more space. There's a handful of guitar parts that turned into keyboard parts, but yeah, so everything's in standard and I love capos. That's pretty much it. So it's actually, I've like squished this down. I used to be like a 10 pedals type of guy, and I have gotten it down to just 4. I mean, some of these are a few in one. I used to have 3 different, actually all of them are doing multiple things now, and that's why I have such a minimal setup here. Polytune, my tuner, of course, that goes into the Jekyll and Hyde. This is like the version 1. I got this one years ago when I found out that this is like all that the Strokes would use back in the day. So, clean, and then gain stage 1, and then for like solos or like really heavy parts, that one's with, yeah, drive is all the way down on like this first one, which is basically a tube screamer. And then this one, this side I think is more of like a blues breaker, I think is what this is. But I have the bass boost off, that's always on sharp. My volumes are a little down because this fucker gets loud and my amp is loud enough as it is. So yeah, that's my gain staging. And then that goes into the Flashback 2, or the Flashback X4 2. I don't even know what this one's really called. I used to have the old version of this, but this one, when this one came out and it had like the mash stuff, I use these everywhere. This is all, I throw this everywhere in the set. It's friggin' awesome for like big build-ups and like transitions and stuff. Like the more pressure you put on it, this one's like a tape delay, so it like speeds up the tape and the oscillation, and then like you pull pressure off and it slows it down and like whips up. It's great. So that's but usually this one's my just kind of like mid delay. This one's my like long tape delay, and then this one is my tap tempo. This one, I use this third one for like a slapback. Just basically to play guitar parts that I am not good enough to play. Stuff that I've written that is like, when I try to play it and sing it at the same time. So that's this one's my cheat code right there. And then everything goes into the Pretty Bird Lady, which is a chorus vibrato that has, because I used to run 3 different chorus pedals on here. I used to have a chorus ensemble and then a Vienna Bones, which was 2 chorus pedals, basically, and then just a Boss, like whatever the vibrato is called, the V2 or whatever that is. So this one's got presets on it, which is fucking great. So usually I'm on 2, which is kind of like my really like juicy vibrato one, but I've got slower stuff. Like 3 ends up kind of being like more of like a phaser flanger type of deal, so that's nice. 4 I actually never even used. 1's good, just a really slow like sweeping guy, just because, yeah, there's never not a time in the set or almost in any of our songs really that is not like drenched in chorus or vibrato, so that's always on. Just depends on the setting. And then yeah, Ernie Ball volt power. Jeff Gordon holds my my backup earplugs. My other ones are, my erasers are on my amp, and Snoopy holds all of the picks. These are like Ernie Ball mediums or whatever, the 0.6. That's my vibe. So, Spirit, out 9/26/25. Hunny the Band. HunnyTheBand.co, not .com. Very important. And yeah, that's it. Temple audio board. Which these are freaking great because I've got this bad boy built in here, so I'm not plugging stuff in and out of my pedals every night and ruining my jacks. These are built like really, really well. And then that's actually not that bad. This used to be worse. But yeah, the Temple Audios are great because they've got the plates that you stick on here. It makes like changing pedals or like figuring out problems in your chain like really easy. You don't have to deal with all the Velcro and all that nonsense. And you get the added bonus of everything looking really clean. You get to run all your power through the little holes and stuff. It's great. Temple Audio. Okay, so despite the look of this is actually the Electro Harmonics version of this amp, the MiG-50. I used to have an old MiG-50 back in the day, and I ended up selling that for like $300 at some point. I don't know why. Something was wrong with me. But they're great. They're just like old like JMPs essentially, but just a Russian version. And they rule. They get fucking loud. It gets so loud. So my pedal board goes into the JHS little black amp box, which is just a volume attenuator, so that I can run channel 2 at like, you know, whatever this is, 9 o'clock. Without this volume attenuator cutting my like input like in half, essentially this is like, it rattles your fucking brain when this amp is actually past 1. So that's great. I run everything pretty much flat except bass. I take all that out. It's like barely in there, just a smidge. I changed the grill cloth thing on this bad boy. Threw a Sovtech badge on there. Whatever, sue me. Changed the knobs for fun. And this guy used to be red. I changed that to green. I can't leave anything alone. I can't just leave. So I got to change everything in this whole entire realm. Yeah, earplugs up here. I forget to put these even in half the time, especially on a nice big stage like this. When I'm not too close to the cymbals, and whatever. Cab. I actually built this cab myself. Just some birch plywood here, and inside it's not a 212, it's a 1210. So my top speaker right here is a Celestion G10 greenback, and then on the bottom I've got a Celestion Eddie Van Halen G12. And yeah, these bad boys sound amazing together. When I can, like headline shows, when I mic both of these and like spread them in the house, and it sounds fucking killer. But either way, both speakers sound great. They sound awesome together. Just yeah, this thing is it's lasting so far. This has been on 2 tours and it hasn't completely fallen apart. It hasn't fallen apart at all, actually. So a testament to my craftsmanship, perhaps. And yeah, there's just one thing in the back. 8 ohms, because these are both 16, I think. So mic is pretty easy. I always have a straight stand. The booms, I don't know why, I knock them over when I play. You'd think that this would be, you know, easier to do that with, but for some reason it's not. Mic is just a 57 with like the weird foam cover on it. Some sound guy the other day was like, "Oh, I haven't seen that since Kiss. Kiss used to do that." So I guess Kiss used to do these ones. I get like, I'm like this half the set, so this thing goes in my mouth all the time, so that with the little 57 I'd choke on it or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's just a trusty 57, and that's all for vocals. And yeah, that's it. Jason from Hunny, Hunny, HunnyTheBand.co. Follow us, Hunny the Band, on Instagram and everything else. Our new record is out right now, by the time that you're seeing this. It's called Spirit, with an exclamation point. And yeah, listen to it. I hope you like it. Thanks for having me.